Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm taking a little bit of a day trip with the family. Drove over here to Bonita Springs, Florida, just a little bit outside of Naples, and wanted to enjoy just a little bit of time away from home, time away from work, and just to get a little bit of time on the beach. And I thought those would be a perfect opportunity to show that you can still put in a very good workout, even if it can be an easy run, while you get to enjoy beach running. So my family's already gone ahead and set up camp. So according to my training plan, I have a few miles that I need to do for today. So since I'm here, might as well get to enjoy a little bit of running, get a good view, and just see how everything feels on the sand. Let's get to it. All right, so if you're planning to do a little run on the beach, you have to be a bit mindful on what kind of difficulty that you want to set for yourself while you're doing this run. I know that most beaches are different when it comes to the terrain, the quality of the sand, the color sand, the high, low tide, so I'm just trying to take the complexity out of everything. And so just simply, I want to go and just show you how everything is just based on how you want to run and strengthen your muscles. Most, if not all the time, running on the beach involves a lot of calf strengthening, which is definitely very good for my case, since I definitely need to strengthen those muscles. So you can choose to have essentially one of three types of terrain when you're running on the beach. So one of the terrains would be to run purely on the sand, away from the water. This does not give you much energy return. The more your body weight is gonna set into the sand, which means it's gonna be much more difficult for you to lift off. The next terrain would be to run on the crown of the sand, which is essentially the middle point between where the water meets the sand and the soft sand away from the shore. So this can give you a very good middle point between a little bit more firm terrain and softness as well. So that way you can get a best of both worlds. And that way, you can still have a flat terrain as well for you to be running off of. And then the last one would be the shore. So there's a lot of crowning when it comes to the shoreline, where if I'm running towards this direction here, it's gonna be much more of a strain on my right calf, because I have to lower my right side of my hip in order to maintain my cadence. And then when I'm going in the opposite direction, it's gonna be the same thing, except on the other leg. So the left side of my hip would be lowered, thus altering my gait, altering the way I'm running. So this may not be very conducive to maintaining proper form, but again, if you just like the feeling of having water splash along your feet as you're running, then hey, who am I to tell you what kind of run that you'd like to have? So now that I've already shared with you the kind of terrain that I'm dealing with this morning, and thankfully with a bit of an overcast, so I'm gonna go ahead and take advantage. Now that I have my GPS synced, let's go ahead and get to it. 3, 2, and 1. So right now I'm running on the shoreline near the water. I can already feel because it's so drastic, the grade and the tilt of the shoreline, that my hip is already lowered. My right calf is pretty strained. So I'm gonna move it up to the crown a little bit. All right, there you go, that feels a little better. Now the one thing you really have to keep in mind when you're running on the beach, you really don't have any firm grasp on, unless you're wearing specific beach type shoes that you'd be able to have some kind of traction. And I don't know, maybe because of my weight or the drive with my legs, but I feel as every step I'm kind of dipping lower and lower into the sand. It is a bit of a workout, so I'm not sure how it's gonna feel like doing a couple miles along the beach, but it feels great. All right, I gotta make sure to slow it down here. I'm already in zone 3, over 2 minutes slower than my road easy pace. I'm not even a third of the mile in, and I'm already starting to sweat. This is great. I'm really not trying to think too much about the run here. I'm supposed to just enjoy, and that's what I am doing. Just enjoying the view. And this is a very good view. I mean, right now if you're able to, definitely try to take a trip to a beach near you, especially during the weekdays while everyone is working. That's what I'm doing at the time of this video. It's middle of the week, it's a Wednesday, people at work, and I'm just getting semi-retirement vibes, if you get what I'm saying. All right, I found a nice firm footing where it's semi-flat. For the last half mile or so, I've been able to settle in at 12:45 pace, which is not my easy. Been checking my watch quite a bit, and I'm in the upper end of my aerobic threshold. So this is definitely a difficult workout. This is not a surprise, but what was surprising is how difficult it is for me to drop it down into zone 2 without having to walk. So it's about time for me to go ahead and turn around. I'm hitting the halfway mark of my planned run. So let's go ahead and turn it around. All right, even the sand was leaning towards the right. It was a little difficult, especially on my hip, my right calf, my right quad. So now I'm gonna go ahead and try to even it out with the left side of my body for the rest of the run. So it should be able to be a little bit enjoyable. Now that I've been going the opposite direction now for some time, I could definitely feel the weakness in my right calf, where now that I'm going along the sand that's sloping towards the left, it doesn't feel as difficult anymore. So I'm still in the top range of my aerobic threshold, but I'm now doing 10:45 pace, which is 2 minutes quicker than my other leg was trying to do. So it just shows how much work I have to put into the gym. So I just finished the run, 3 miles, averaging about 11.5 minutes. So it's a very humid morning. As you can tell, this is all sweat and not seawater. So I'm just gonna go ahead and enjoy the rest of the day. Make sure to please, no matter where your journey takes you, just enjoy the ride. So I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy the seawater while I can and just refresh. Take care and have a good one.